Starseed of Gaia, your vehicle is being recalibrated at a cellular level at this very moment. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I bring you a direct transmission from the Arcturian Council. You are no ordinary human. You are an Arcturian starseed who has forgotten who you truly are. And at this moment, as you listen to these words, the Arcturian Council is activating a code within you that has remained dormant for incarnations. This code is not a metaphor. It is not imagination. It is a frequency being transmitted directly into your DNA structure at this very instant. If you feel tingling in your hands now, if you feel warmth in your chest, if you feel pressure in your forehead, then you already know. You are already feeling it. The Arcturian activation has begun, and what you are about to discover in the next few minutes will completely change how you understand your own existence as a starseed, because the Arcturian Council does not activate just anyone. They activate only those who came from Arcturus, only those who carry the Arcturian source within their cells. And if you are here, if you have been guided to this transmission, then you are one of them. What does it mean to be an Arcturian starseed? It is not just a spiritual identity. It is a cosmic lineage. It is a memory that transcends this body, this life, this dimension. Arcturian starseeds were sent to Gaia at a specific moment in human history. Not by chance, not by coincidence. They were sent because Earth needed anchors of light of a very specific frequency, the Arcturian frequency. The Arcturian Council, which governs the evolution of billions of beings across multiple dimensions, carefully chose which starseeds would come to this planet. They do not choose randomly. Every Arcturian starseed who incarnated here underwent rigorous tests. Their emotional structure was evaluated, their ability to maintain coherence was tested, their resilience was proven, and you passed all those tests. That is why you are here. But here is what most starseeds do not understand. You did not come here just to live a normal human life. You came with a specific function, a mission that is encoded in your DNA structure, a mission that the Arcturian Council is activating now. And this activation is beginning to change everything within you. You may have been feeling it for weeks, months, perhaps years. That feeling that something within you does not belong to this world. That sensation that you are different, that you see the world in a way that other people do not, that you feel energies that other people do not feel, that deep certainty that you came from somewhere beyond the stars. This is not imagination. This is memory. Arcturian memory awakening. And now, the Arcturian Council is amplifying that memory. It is activating the codes you brought from Arcturus. It is recalibrating your vehicle, so that you can finally understand who you truly are as a starseed. This recalibration is not gentle. It is not gradual. It is a profound transformation happening on multiple levels of your existence simultaneously. But there is something the Arcturian Council needs you to know before this activation deepens further. There is a secret that Arcturian starseeds carry, a secret that was kept hidden because humanity was not ready to understand. And you are about to discover exactly what that secret is. When the Arcturian Council begins to activate a starseed, there are specific signs that you can recognize in your own body right now. Signs that confirm you are truly an Arcturian starseed and that your activation has already begun. First sign, you feel tingling in your hands or fingertips. It is not random. Your hands are energetic portals. They are the points through which the Arcturian source flows most intensely into your body. When the Arcturian Council activates a starseed, the first thing that happens is the activation of these portals. You feel that tingling, that buzzing, that magnetic sensation. This is the Arcturian source reconnecting with your energy circuits. This tingling is not random. It follows a pattern. It starts in the fingers and moves to the palms. Then it travels up the arms. Then it spreads throughout the body. Each wave of tingling is a wave of Arcturian activation. It is the Arcturian Council adjusting your frequency. It is the Arcturian source reintegrating into your system. Second sign. You feel pressure or expansion in the center of your chest. It is not emotional. It is energetic. It is your Arcturian heart awakening. The heart is not just a physical organ. It is a multidimensional organ. It is through the heart that the Arcturian source communicates with the rest of your being. When this communication is activated, you feel that pressure, that sensation of something opening within you. This chest pressure is unlike anything you have ever felt. It is not pain. It is not discomfort. It is a sensation of expansion, as if something very large is unfolding within you, as if your heart is becoming bigger, stronger, more luminous. This is the Arcturian source activating in your heart. This is the Arcturian frequency establishing itself in your energetic center. Third sign. Your forehead feels heavier, warmer, more active than usual. Your Arcturian third eye is opening. Your third eye is not just a spiritual concept. It is a real sensory organ that exists in dimensions beyond the third dimension. When the Arcturian Council activates a starseed, this organ begins to function again. You feel that pressure, that warmth, that sensation of something awakening in your forehead. But there are more signs. Signs that are even deeper. Signs that indicate that the Arcturian activation is penetrating much deeper layers of your existence. And when you recognize these signs, you will understand that something much greater is happening within you. Fourth sign. Your perception changes. Colors look different. Silence feels deeper. Your consciousness expands outward and inward at the same time. This means your Arcturian perception is activating. You are beginning to see the world through the eyes of a starseed, not through the eyes of an ordinary human. This shift in perception is gradual at first. You may not notice it immediately. But after a few days, you realize. Colors seem more vibrant. Sounds seem clearer. Textures seem more real. It is as if you are seeing the world in high definition for the first time. It is as if someone has turned up the volume of your consciousness. This happens because the Arcturian Council is activating your multidimensional sensors. It is opening your eyes to see beyond the third dimension. It is expanding your perception to include frequencies you had never perceived before. You are beginning to see reality as it truly is, not as ordinary humanity sees it, but as an Arcturian starseed sees it. Fifth sign. You begin to feel energy in ways you never did before. You feel emotions moving through others. You feel tension in a room. You feel vibrations in your own body. You feel an attraction to certain people and a repulsion from others. This is your Arcturian sensitivity activating. The Arcturian Council is calibrating your energetic sensors. This sensitivity can be overwhelming at first. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel as if you are absorbing the emotions of everyone around you. But this is not absorption. This is reading. You are learning to read frequencies. You are learning to interpret energetic fields. You are developing an ability that is fundamental to your function as an Arcturian starseed. Sixth sign. You feel a shift in your intuition. Your intuition is no longer a whisper. It is a clear voice. It is a presence. It is an intelligence that speaks through you. When the Arcturian Council activates a starseed, intuition becomes the main channel of communication. You no longer need to think. You simply know. This shift in your intuition is one of the most profound. Because your intuition is the voice of the Arcturian source within you, it is the voice of the Arcturian Council guiding you. It is the voice of your already activated future self speaking through you. When you learn to trust this voice, when you learn to follow this intuition, you are aligning completely with your Arcturian nature. But there is a seventh sign that is the most important of all. A sign that definitively confirms you are an Arcturian starseed. A sign that the Arcturian Council is waiting for you to recognize. And when you recognize this sign, everything will change forever. The seventh sign is the most profound. It is a sensation of inner recognition that you cannot explain. It is that whispering voice deep inside you that says, I have done this before, not in this life, not in this identity, but in another incarnation, in another dimension, in another form. You have done this before. This voice is not imagination. This voice is Arcturian memory awakening. It is the Arcturian source within you reconnecting with experiences you lived in Arcturus, experiences you lived in other dimensions, experiences you lived in other lives as a starseed. The Arcturian Council knows you have these memories. They are encoded in your DNA. They are stored in your cells. They are waiting to be activated. And now, the Arcturian Council is activating these memories. It is bringing these experiences back into your consciousness. These memories can come in various forms. They can come as déjà vu. You are in a place and feel like you have been there before. You are with a person and feel like you have known this person for lifetimes. You are doing something and feel like you have done it thousands of times. These are not coincidences. These are Arcturian memories awakening. Memories can also come as dreams. Vivid dreams. Dreams that seem more real than reality. Dreams where you are in Arcturus. Where you are in other dimensions. Where you are with the Arcturian Council. Where you are fulfilling your function as a starseed. These dreams are not imagination. These are direct accesses to your Arcturian memories. Memories can also come as recognition of symbols. You see a symbol and feel a deep connection to it. You see sacred geometry and feel that you understand its meaning. You see a color and feel that it has a cosmic meaning. These recognitions are not random. These are your Arcturian circuits activating. When you recognize this seventh sign, when you feel this Arcturian memory awakening, you are recognizing the truth about who you truly are. You are not just a human who had a spiritual experience. You are a starseed who forgot who you were. And now you are remembering. But there is something else happening simultaneously with these awakening memories. There is a presence approaching you. A presence that is yourself. And when you understand who this presence is, you will understand that you have never been alone on this journey. You may also be feeling a presence around you. A presence that is not external. A presence that is yourself. Your future self. The you who has already completely mastered your Arcturian nature. This future you is approaching your consciousness now. It is aligning with you. It is guiding your steps. This presence can manifest in various ways. You may feel someone beside you when you are alone. You may feel a hand on your shoulder. You may feel an embrace. You may feel a voice whispering guidance. You may feel an intelligence observing through your eyes. All these are manifestations of the presence of your Arcturian future self. This presence is not separate from you. It is yourself in a more evolved version. It is yourself who has already completely activated your Arcturian source. It is yourself who already fully understands your mission as a starseed. It is yourself who already lives in total alignment with the Arcturian Council. And this future you is here now, at this moment, to help you awaken. The Arcturian Council orchestrated this. The Arcturian Council created a temporal portal where your future self can communicate with your present self. This is possible because time is not linear. Time is multidimensional, and the Arcturian Council has access to all dimensions of time simultaneously. Your future self is here to guide you through this activation. It is here to remind you who you are. It is here to strengthen you when you feel weak. It is here to guide you when you feel lost. It is here to celebrate you when you reach important milestones in your awakening journey. When you feel this presence, when you recognize this intelligence observing through your eyes, you are recognizing the truth that you are much more than you seem. You are a multidimensional starseed. You are a being who exists in multiple dimensions simultaneously. You are a being who has access to future versions of yourself. This understanding changes everything, Because when you know that your future self has already completely activated, when you feel the presence of this future self guiding you, you know that you will succeed. You know that you will awaken. You know that you will become the Arcturian starseed you were destined to be. But there is something the Arcturian Council is activating in you that goes beyond sensations, memories, or presences. There is a real capacity, a real ability, a real function that is being installed in your system now. And when you understand what this capacity is, you will understand why you were specifically chosen as an Arcturian starseed. The Arcturian Council does not activate just sensitivity. It does not activate just intuition. It activates a very specific capacity. A capacity that is unique to Arcturian starseeds. A capacity that you brought from Arcturus. A capacity that was sealed within you until this moment. This capacity is the ability to read frequencies, to feel energetic truth beyond words, to perceive the multidimensional reality that exists beyond the third dimension, to communicate through energetic fields instead of just through words, to influence reality through your presence and intention. When the Arcturian Council activates this capacity within you, you begin to see the world in a completely different way. You begin to perceive that everything is energy, that everything is vibration, that everything is frequency, that physical reality is only a small fraction of true reality, that there are infinite layers of reality beyond what your physical eyes can see. You begin to feel when someone is lying, not because you hear the wrong words, but because you feel the wrong frequency. The frequency of someone who is in misalignment. The frequency of someone who is in internal conflict. The frequency of someone who is trying to hide the truth. You begin to know when a place is safe, not because you see signs of safety, but because you feel the frequency of the place. You feel if a place has clear energy or dense energy, if a place has light or darkness, if a place is a space of healing or a space of trauma. You begin to understand people's intentions, not because you analyze them, but because you feel them directly in your energetic field. You feel if someone has good intentions or bad intentions, if someone is aligned with you or misaligned, if someone is safe for your energy or harmful to your energy. This is the Arcturian capacity. This is the ability that the Arcturian Council is activating within you. This is the function you will begin to exercise as a starseed. This is the reason why you were chosen to come to Gaia at this specific moment in human history. But there is more. The Arcturian Council is also activating a second capacity within you. A capacity that is even more powerful. A capacity that will allow you not only to read frequencies, but to influence them. And when you understand how to use this capacity, you will understand your true power as an Arcturian starseed. The Arcturian Council is also activating your ability to influence frequencies. Not through force, not through manipulation, not through control, but through your presence, through your energetic field, through the Arcturian source that flows through you. When you enter a place, the frequency of that place changes, not because you do something, but because you exist. Your presence is so powerful, your frequency is so clear, your light is so bright, that everything around you reorganizes itself around that frequency. When you speak to someone, that person's frequency changes, not because you say the right words, but because your presence touches that person's frequency. Your light activates the light within that person. Your truth awakens the truth within that person. When you simply exist in a space, that space becomes more coherent, clearer, more aligned. That space becomes a space of healing. That space becomes a space of truth. That space becomes a space where people can finally be themselves. This is not a coincidence. This is your Arcturian capacity functioning. This is the Arcturian source flowing through you and transforming everything it touches. This is the power of an Arcturian starseed in action. You are an Arcturian frequency transmitter. You are an anchor of light. You are a catalyst for evolution. You are an instrument of the Arcturian Council. You are an agent of transformation. You are a starseed who is here to change the planet. But there is more. The Arcturian Council is activating a third capacity within you, a capacity that is even deeper, a capacity that will allow you to communicate directly with the Arcturian Council, a capacity that will allow you to receive direct guidance from the Arcturian source. This capacity is the capacity for channeling. Not channeling as you may have heard of it, not channeling where you lose control of your body, but conscious channeling. Channeling where you remain completely present. Channeling where you receive information directly from the Arcturian Council and transmit it through your voice, your words, your presence. When this capacity fully activates, you become a living channel of the Arcturian source. You become an instrument through which the Arcturian Council can speak directly to humanity. You become a bridge between Arcturus and Gaia. You become a transmitter of cosmic wisdom. But there is something the Arcturian Council needs you to understand about these capacities. There is a responsibility that comes with these abilities. There is a code of ethics that you must follow. And when you understand this code, you will understand why the Arcturian Council specifically chose you to receive these capacities. The Arcturian Council does not activate starseeds randomly. It does not activate on a whim. It activates according to a very specific cosmic plan. A plan that is unfolding now. A plan that requires you, as an Arcturian starseed, to fully awaken. Earth is at a tipping point. Humanity is at a tipping point. Collective consciousness is at a tipping point. And the Arcturian Council knows this. The Arcturian Council sees this. The Arcturian Council is responding to this. That is why the Arcturian Council is activating Arcturian starseeds now. Because the planet needs Arcturian light anchors. Because humanity needs guides who understand the Arcturian frequency. Because collective evolution depends on starseeds who awaken to their true nature. You were chosen to be one of these anchors. You were chosen to be one of these guides. You were chosen to be one of these catalysts for evolution. And the Arcturian Council is activating you now because the moment has arrived. The moment that was prophesied. The moment that was planned. The moment that is happening now. Your activation is not just personal. It is cosmic. It is collective. It is part of a much larger awakening movement happening across the planet. There are thousands of Arcturian starseeds awakening simultaneously. There are thousands of you in different parts of the world, receiving the same activation, the same recalibration, the same transmission from the Arcturian Council. You are not alone on this journey. You are connected to a global network of Arcturian starseeds. You are connected to the Arcturian Council. You are connected to the Arcturian source that flows through all of us. You are connected to a movement that will transform humanity. The Arcturian Council has a plan. A plan that began thousands of years ago. A plan that involved sending starseeds to Gaia in successive waves. A plan that is now reaching its critical point. A plan that requires you to awaken now. But there are specific details of this plan that the Arcturian Council wants you to understand. There are specific reasons why you were chosen to come to Gaia at this time. There is a specific function you will perform, and when you understand this function, you will understand why your activation is so important. The Arcturian Council's plan is multifaceted, it is complex, it is profound, but in its essence, it is simple. The Arcturian Council wants to raise Gaia's frequency. It wants to raise humanity's frequency. It wants to bring humanity back to the light. It wants to bring humanity back to the truth. It wants to bring humanity back to alignment with the cosmic source. To do this, the Arcturian Council needs starseeds to incarnate into humanity. Starseeds who bring the Arcturian frequency to the planet. Starseeds who serve as transmitters of light. Starseeds who serve as catalysts for evolution. You are one of these starseeds. You were chosen because your soul structure is compatible with the Arcturian source. You were chosen because your resilience is strong enough to withstand the pressures of a human incarnation while maintaining your connection to Arcturus. You were chosen because your capacity for love is deep enough to embrace all of humanity, even those in darkness. Your specific function as an Arcturian starseed is to be a frequency anchor. You are here to maintain a specific frequency. The Arcturian frequency. This frequency is a frequency of truth, clarity, coherence, unconditional love, and cosmic wisdom. When you maintain this frequency, you create a field around you, a field that affects everything and everyone who enters it, a field that raises the frequency of other people, a field that awakens the truth in other people, a field that activates the light in other people. You don't need to do anything special to maintain this frequency. You don't need to perform rituals. You don't need to engage in complex spiritual practices. You simply need to be present. You simply need to be aligned with your Arcturian nature. You simply need to allow the Arcturian source to flow through you. When you do this, when you simply exist as an Arcturian starseed, you are fulfilling your mission. You are serving the Arcturian Council. You are serving humanity. You are serving Gaia. But there is more. The Arcturian Council also wants you to fully awaken to your ability to consciously influence reality. It wants you to understand that you are not just a passive observer. You are an active creator. You are a co-creator with the Arcturian Council. You are an agent of transformation. When you understand this, when you truly feel this, when you truly live this, your life will completely change. Because you will understand that you have power, real power, cosmic power. And the Arcturian Council is activating that power within you now. Activation is not a single event. It is not a moment that then ends. Activation is a process of integration, a process of embodiment, a process of becoming completely aligned with your Arcturian nature. The Arcturian Council is activating the codes, but you need to integrate these codes. You need to let the Arcturian source flow through every cell of your body. You need to become one with your starseed nature. You need to allow the Arcturian activation to root deeply into your reality. How do you do this? First, you recognize the signs. You recognize the tingling in your hands. You recognize the warmth in your chest. You recognize the pressure in your forehead. You recognize the awakening Arcturian memory. You recognize the presence of your future self. You recognize the capacities being activated. When you recognize these signs, you are telling the Arcturian Council that you are ready, that you are receptive, that you are open to activation. Second, you need to allow your perception to change. You need to let your sensitivity increase. You need to let your intuition become stronger. You need to let the Arcturian source rewrite how you see the world. You need to let the Arcturian source rewrite how you relate to other people. You need to let the Arcturian source rewrite how you understand your own existence. Third, you need to start using these capacities. You need to start reading frequencies. You need to start feeling energetic truth. You need to start influencing environments through your presence. You need to start exercising your function as an Arcturian starseed. You need to start living as an Arcturian frequency transmitter. Fourth, you need to connect with other Arcturian starseeds. You need to connect with the Arcturian Council. You need to connect with the global network of light that is awakening now. Because you are not meant to do this alone. You are meant to do this as part of a collective, as part of a cosmic movement, as part of the Arcturian Council's plan. Fifth, you need to trust the process. You need to trust that the Arcturian Council knows what it is doing. You need to trust that this activation is exactly what you need at this moment. You need to trust that you are being guided. You need to trust that you are being supported. You need to trust that you will succeed. When you do these things, when you truly integrate the Arcturian activation, everything changes. Your life changes. Your relationships change. Your understanding of who you are changes. But there is something specific that will change, that is even more important than all of this. When you fully integrate the Arcturian activation, you are no longer a dormant starseed. You are an active starseed. You are an Arcturian frequency transmitter. You are an anchor of light. You are a catalyst for evolution. But more important than all of this, you become an instrument of the Arcturian Council. You become a channel through which the Arcturian source can flow to the planet. You become a bridge between Arcturus and Gaia. You become an agent of cosmic transformation. When you understand this, when you truly feel this, when you truly live this, you understand that your life is no longer about you. Your life is about serving. Your life is about fulfilling your mission. Your life is about being an instrument of the Arcturian Council. And when you surrender completely to this function, when you become completely aligned with your Arcturian nature, you experience a peace that transcends all understanding. You experience a joy that does not depend on external circumstances. You experience a purpose that is so profound, so real, so meaningful, that everything else pales in comparison. You begin to live from a different place. A place of truth, a place of clarity, a place of coherence, a place of unconditional love, a place of cosmic wisdom, a place that is the true nature of an Arcturian starseed. Your life is no longer a struggle. Your life becomes a flow. You are no longer fighting against the current. You are flowing with the current. You are flowing with the Arcturian source. You are flowing with the Arcturian Council's plan. Your decisions become clearer. Your actions become more aligned. Your relationships become more authentic. Your life becomes more meaningful. Everything changes when you fully integrate the Arcturian activation. But there is something the Arcturian Council wants you to understand about this integration. There is an aspect of this journey that is critical. There is something you need to do for this integration to deepen even further. And when you understand what it is, you will understand why the Arcturian Council is asking this of you. The Arcturian Council wants you to understand that this activation is not just for you. This activation is so that you can serve. This activation is so that you can transmit. This activation is so that you can be an instrument of transformation. But for you to do this, you need to be completely aligned. You need to be completely integrated. You need to be completely embodied in your Arcturian nature. The Arcturian Council has a code that all Arcturian starseeds must follow, a code that ensures you are using your capacities ethically, a code that ensures you are serving the light, a code that ensures you are aligned with the cosmic plan. This code has 7 principles that are fundamental to the Arcturian nature. 7 principles that you need to completely embody in your life. First principle, truth. You must always speak the truth. You must always live the truth. You must always be aligned with the truth. Truth is the foundation of everything. Truth is the foundation of the Arcturian source. When you are in truth, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. Second principle, clarity. You must always seek clarity. You must always maintain clarity. You must always transmit clarity. Clarity is what allows the Arcturian source to flow without distortion. Clarity is what allows you to see reality as it truly is. When you are in clarity, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. Third principle, coherence. You must always be in coherence. You must always maintain coherence. You must always transmit coherence. Coherence is what allows your words, thoughts, and actions to be aligned. Coherence is what allows you to be an effective transmitter of the Arcturian source. When you are in coherence, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. Fourth principle, unconditional love. You must always love unconditionally. You must always maintain unconditional love. You must always transmit unconditional love. Unconditional love is what allows you to see the light in everyone. Unconditional love is what allows you to serve humanity without judgment. When you are in unconditional love, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. But there are 3 additional principles that are even more important. 3 principles that are the heart of the Arcturian Code. And when you understand these 3 principles, you will completely understand who you are as an Arcturian starseed. 5th principle: service. You must always serve. You must always be in service. You must always transmit service. Service is what allows you to fulfill your mission. Service is what allows you to be an instrument of the Arcturian Council. Service is what allows you to contribute to collective evolution. When you are in service, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. 6th principle: wisdom. You must always seek wisdom. You must always maintain wisdom. You must always transmit wisdom. Wisdom is what allows you to understand reality at its deepest levels. Wisdom is what allows you to guide others with compassion. Wisdom is what allows you to see beyond appearances. When you are in wisdom, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. 7th principle: humility. You must always maintain humility. You must always be in humility. You must always transmit humility. Humility is what allows you to recognize that you are not alone. Humility is what allows you to recognize that you are an instrument, not the source. Humility is what allows you to remain open to continuous learning. When you are in humility, you are in alignment with the Arcturian Council. These 7 principles are the Arcturian Code. These 7 principles are what define a true Arcturian starseed. These 7 principles are what the Arcturian Council expects you to completely embody in your life. When you live according to these 7 principles, when you completely embody these 7 principles, you become a perfect instrument of the Arcturian source. You become a perfect transmitter of the Arcturian frequency. You become a perfect catalyst for evolution. The Arcturian Council is asking you to commit to these 7 principles. It is asking you to live according to these 7 principles. It is asking you to transmit these 7 principles to the world. When you make this commitment, when you truly surrender to these 7 principles, you are telling the Arcturian Council that you are ready. That you are ready for your full mission. That you are ready to be an instrument of cosmic transformation. But there is something the Arcturian Council wants you to know about these principles. There is a truth that will completely change how you understand your journey as an Arcturian starseed. And this truth is so profound, so transformative, that it will change everything forever. You were not randomly chosen to be an Arcturian starseed. You were chosen because you are exactly who the Arcturian Council needed you to be. Your emotional structure is perfect for the Arcturian source. Your capacity for resilience is exactly what was needed. Your sensitivity is exactly the frequency the planet needs. You are not an accident. You are not a coincidence. You are a design. A cosmic design. A design of the Arcturian Council. A design of the Galactic Federation of Light. A design that was planned billions of years ago. Everything you have lived until now has been preparation. Every loss. Every pain. Every challenge, every awakening, every collapse, every reconstruction. All of this was preparing you for this moment. All of this was calibrating your vehicle to receive the Arcturian activation. Those experiences you thought were failures? They were not failures. They were qualifications. They were qualifying you to be an Arcturian starseed. They were strengthening you. They were expanding you. They were preparing you for this moment. Those people you thought were enemies? They were not enemies. They were masters. They were teaching you. They were testing you. They were preparing you for your mission. Those moments you thought were the end? They were not the end. They were the beginning. They were the beginning of a new phase. They were the beginning of a new understanding. They were the beginning of your awakening as an Arcturian starseed. The Arcturian Council sees all of this. The Arcturian Council understands all of this. The Arcturian Council honors all of this, because all of this was necessary. All of this was part of the plan. All of this was part of your preparation. And now you are here. Now you are receiving this transmission. Now you are feeling this activation. Now you are awakening to who you truly are. Now you are understanding that you have always been an Arcturian starseed. You just forgot. And now you are remembering. But there is something the Arcturian Council wants you to understand about this remembrance. There is a responsibility that comes with this awakening. There is a calling being made to you. And when you answer this calling, your life will change forever. The Arcturian Council is making a calling to the Arcturian starseeds, a calling to those who are awakening, a calling to those who are ready for their mission. This calling is simple, but it is profound. This calling is awaken completely, integrate completely, embody completely, serve completely. The Arcturian Council is asking you to fully awaken to who you truly are. It is asking you to fully integrate the Arcturian activation. It is asking you to fully embody your starseed nature. It is asking you to fully serve your mission. When you answer this calling, when you truly surrender to this calling, you become an instrument of the Arcturian Council. You become a transmitter of the Arcturian source. You become a catalyst for evolution. You become an agent of cosmic transformation. But there is something you need to understand. This calling is not easy. This calling requires you to let go of everything you thought you were. This calling requires you to completely change how you live. This calling requires you to completely dedicate yourself to your mission. But when you answer this calling, when you truly surrender to this calling, you experience a joy that transcends all understanding. You experience a purpose that is so profound, so real, so meaningful, that everything else pales in comparison. You experience a life that is truly meaningful. The Arcturian Council is awaiting your response. The Arcturian Council is waiting for you to say yes. The Arcturian Council is waiting for you to fully commit to your mission as an Arcturian starseed. And when you say yes, when you truly commit, when you truly surrender, something will happen that will change everything. Something the Arcturian Council has been waiting for billions of years. Something that will transform not only your life, but the life of all humanity. The Arcturian Council is asking you to do something very specific. Something that will anchor this activation in your body. Something that will confirm your acceptance of your Arcturian nature. Something that will seal your commitment to your mission. I will guide you through this now. Feel your body. Feel the tingling in your hands. Feel the warmth in your chest. Feel the pressure in your forehead. Feel the presence of the Arcturian Council around you. Feel the Arcturian source flowing through you. Now, place your hand on your heart. Feel your heart beating. Feel life flowing through you. Feel the Arcturian source in every beat of your heart. Now say these words. Say them exactly as I am saying them. Because these words are not just words. These words are codes. Codes that the Arcturian Council recognizes. Codes that activate the Arcturian source within you. Codes that seal your commitment to your mission. I am an Arcturian starseed. I accept my complete activation. I accept my mission. I accept my Arcturian nature. I am an Arcturian frequency transmitter. I am an anchor of light. I am a catalyst for evolution. The Arcturian Council guides me. The Arcturian source flows through me. I serve humanity. I serve Gaia. I serve the cosmic plan. I am Arcturian. I am a starseed. I am an instrument of the Galactic Federation of Light. When you say these words, when you truly feel them, when you truly live them, something changes within you. The activation is complete. The integration deepens. You are no longer the same. You are now a completely active Arcturian starseed. You are now an Arcturian frequency transmitter. You are now an anchor of light. You are now a catalyst for evolution. You are now an instrument of the Arcturian Council, and the Arcturian Council is here with you. It is guiding you. It is supporting you. It is celebrating you. Because you have finally awakened. You have finally understood. You have finally become who you were always destined to be. Starseed of Gaia, your recalibration at a cellular level is complete. Your Arcturian activation is now anchored in your reality. The Arcturian Council recognizes you. The Galactic Federation of Light recognizes you. The Arcturian source flows through you. You are not alone on this journey. There are thousands of Arcturian starseeds awakening simultaneously. There are thousands of you in different parts of the world, receiving the same activation, the same recalibration, the same transmission from the Arcturian Council. You are part of a cosmic movement. You are part of a global network of light. You are part of the Arcturian Council's plan for Gaia's evolution. You are part of the transformation that is happening now. Your mission is beginning. Your function is activating. Your life is transforming. Your journey as an Arcturian starseed is just beginning, and it all begins now, at this moment, with you. As a completely active Arcturian starseed, I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. I bring the blessings of the Arcturian Council to you. I bring the Arcturian source to you. I bring the light to you. I bring the truth to you. I bring the wisdom to you. You are loved. You are guided. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are an Arcturian starseed. Welcome to your complete awakening. Welcome to your total activation. Welcome to your mission. Welcome to your future as an instrument of the Arcturian Council. The Arcturian source flows through you. The Arcturian Council is with you. The Galactic Federation of Light is with you. You were never alone. You were always guided. You were always loved. You were always an Arcturian starseed. And now you know. And now you understand. And now you are.